Today, I want to talk to you about design operations and why now is the time. As we get started, I want to take a moment and I want you to think back to your very first day at work. That could be here at this company or maybe at a past job. And I want you to think about how you felt. What emotions do you feel? Do you feel excitement? Maybe you were nervous or completely scared out of your mind. See, when I think about my first day here at this company, my hands actually tingle a little bit. I'll tell you why in just a minute. But now I want you to think about what you remember most from your first day in your first week. Maybe it's who welcomed you. Maybe it was meeting your new team or learning about the new types of work that you were going to be doing. See, those first impressions are lasting and they're important. Now, those tingles that I told you I feel in my hands, unfortunately, it's from a bad first day. When I arrived at my first day at this company, my team was not ready for me. When they took me to my desk, it still had all of the stuff from the last person who sat there. My computer wasn't there for the first 2 months because it was ordered so last minute, and no one knew what processes we were using. Nothing was documented, so I couldn't get up and running quickly. And there was no consensus of tools. Everyone was doing their own thing. So for me, my first day was a bad experience, but I learned from it. And I knew from that moment on, I never wanted anyone else to feel that way. But I also get those tingles now because I know we have such great opportunities to make things better for everyone else. These first impressions and these emotions, they go well beyond your first day. They happen our entire career. You get excited when you start a new project. You might get nervous when working with a new team, or maybe you're scared of starting to work in a new way. See, our goal as design leaders is to make sure that our teams don't have these bad first days or negative impressions or any uncertainties as they take on their day to day. And as we continue to take innovative approaches to our marketing teams, now is the time we take an innovative approach to how we support our design teams. Designers are starting to be brought into the broad strategic conversations. It's amazing. There's a seat at the table. But this means that designers must also manage the additional workload of being involved in that strategic work, along with their day-to-day jobs of designing and researching. Designers are in more meetings, they're project managing, they're identifying gaps and setting up workshops and taking on other administrative duties, and designers are often too busy to actually design. But there's still decisions to be made, processes to figure out, and roadblocks to move. And that's where design ops comes in, because with proper support, designers can focus on what they're great at, their craft. See, design ops is focused on removing friction and pain points for our designers, which can mean happier designers, more effective teams, and higher quality designs. Design operations is defined as the orchestration and optimization of people, process, and craft in order to amplify design's value and impact at scale. And this happens in three main areas, and this is how design ops brings continuous value to organizations. The first is how we work together. It's how things are organized, from our team structure and composition and roles, how we collaborate in meetings, in our environment and our community, and how we humanize through career pathing, onboarding, and career development. The second way is how we get our work done. It's what we standardize, our design principles and process and tool sets. It's how we prioritize our workflows, our estimations and allocations, and harmonize with our design systems, our repositories, and our assets. It's also how our work creates impact through measurement, design standards, our metrics, what's good, what's done. It's how we socialize our success stories, recognition and education, and how we enable our teams through skills training, our playbooks, and our workshops. But it's not done alone. Design operations partners closely with design leadership, marketing operations, HR, enterprise learning, and all of our business partners. So why now? Kate Kaplan from the Nielsen Norman Group says that design ops cannot be an afterthought in a landscape where design teams continue to grow in size, UX work continues to be requested at an increasing rate, design team members continue to become dispersed, and the complexity of our design process skyrockets. Sound familiar? As our business continues to grow, design ops helps the teams clear out those creative roadblocks, freeing up design time to work on what's most impactful for our business. So, how do we start? A lot of the work that we already have in place is a great foundation for design operations. Things like onboarding for new associates, design and research hubs, as well as the beginnings of playbooks, identifying consistent tool stacks, and also the beginnings of project and data collection. But there's a lot more work that needs to be done. A great first step would be setting up listening tours, talking with our associates and team members to understand what's most important to them and where do they see the biggest areas of improvement. From there, we can identify areas of need. It's great that we have the beginnings of playbooks and onboarding, but we need to understand what's most important to our business and our associates so that we can help be as supportive and helpful as possible. And in the same ways that we set up roadmaps for our marketing and agile teams, it's important that we continue to build on our design ops roadmap to foster better collaboration with our teams, define quality standards across the organization, and save time for everyone, allowing teams to move faster and to be more efficient. So far, all of this work has happened completely side of desk. And while it's great that we've gotten a start, now is the time that our organization needs focused and dedicated attention to design operations. And I'd like to start as that team of one. I want to work across our teams to help make sure that our current and future teams, along with our design partners, only have good first days and continue to have positive, memorable, and lasting impressions for every day that follows. So how about it? Are you ready to partner along with me to bring full-time design operations to our teams?